folks, stamp this in your brain. You must keep them coming and going. Now, coming means recruits, and going means promotions, okay? You've got to keep recruiting, and you've got to keep promoting people. You know, if you came to my farm at Little River, we've got a number of ponds on my farm, and you know, if you've got a pond that's alive and they have these big old beautiful fish like we got at Little River, you know, bass and brim and catfish and all this kind of stuff, if that pond's alive, then you have streams that feed into that pond, and then all these ponds have a dam on it, and if you notice at a pond with a dam on it, they all have these little manual things, these valves, you know, that you can turn this little old valve, you know, and you can open the little valve at the dam and you can let water go out. You know, or if you hadn't had a lot of rain, you know, you can tighten it up, you know, and let the water build up. And folks, as a leader in your organization, you know, you've got to have an organization like that. So see, if you have a pond out there, folks, where there's no streams, there's no new water coming in, and there's no valve, there's no water going out, that pond will die. It's just be a dead pond. Angela and I went to Israel a few years ago, and they have what they call the Dead Sea. It's a weird thing. You know, you go in there and you put your bathing suit on, you go out there, and it's impossible to sink. If you take your feet up and lay back, you immediately go right to the top of the Dead Sea. It's so salty, it's dead. Nothing can live in there. And yet they have the Jordan River that empties into the Red Sea, but there's no outlet. It just is out there in the middle of the desert. The Jordan River empties in there, and there's no promotions. There's no outlet. And so that's a Dead Sea too, okay? So if you don't have recruits coming in and promotions going out, your organization will die.
Have an exciting atmosphere. And you know the way to have an exciting atmosphere? Always keep them coming and going. Man, you always keep them coming. Yeah, let me tell you something. I tell people that they want to be somebody, they're going to have a chance to be somebody, and when they stick their head, when they become a sales supervisor or a district manager, man, I'm pouncing all over them. I'm letting them and their spouse know, man, you got to, where you want to be, where you want to go to be an RVP, where you want to set up shop. I start planting that seed early. Buddy, if you're going to stay around here, I've had a rule for years that you're not going to stay in my base shop over a couple of years. You just ain't going to do it. Nothing wears an office out more than some dead butt that's been there for a couple of years, and all of a sudden he ain't done it yet, and then you come back with a new idea or a new excitement. You go to a seminar, and he says, well, I've heard that crap before. But let me tell you something. Folks, you're going to be good or you're going to be gone around this place. Buddy, you going to be good or you going to be gone. You ain't going to stay in here and just be a dadgum trainee for over 2 years. I'll train you for 2 years, but I'm kicking you out. Hey, you going to get out there and do it. Keep them going. I mean, man, keep them coming. Nothing brings that tremendous enthusiasm like a new rep. For this new guy or gal that sees an opportunity maybe for the first time, and dadgummit, they come in here and pick up 9 sets of pods the first week, nothing adds enthusiasm to an office about like a new recruit. You can't ever recruit too many people. You keep them coming. Recruit them every day.
Listen, I believe in keeping them coming and going. You can't ever recruit too many people, and you can't ever, I don't mean fire people when I say going, right? I'm talking about promote, right? Man, I'm going to find a way unless you hang it up. I'm going to believe in you till you say quit. And until you say quit, I'm going to motivate your butt to the top.
See, folks, somebody comes in, they say, well, Ard, you know, I'm going to go over here. And you, man, you don't flinch. You don't try to talk him. You say, look, wonderful, wonderful. I mean, if you find something better for your family, you're crazy not to go. I would, right? Don't let the door hit you in the butt. Now, you clean it up. You know what I'm talking about, right? But I mean, you got to be fired. You can't sit there. Somebody said, well, Lord, I'm leaving. You can't sit there and think, well, you don't know what you're doing to me. I mean, it's just hurt. Right? You can't be a pansy and win in business, right? The more you beg people to stay, the more you show, right? You said, great. I mean, get your ass out. And then you go, hey, you go down. Hey, you go down below them and find out if they got any more duds like him and get them out too. And if they got anybody that loves it, you give them promotions, right? Now, I know that sounds harsh, folks, but I mean, I don't know. It's hard to win a championship, right? I mean, you can go to work with some other mealy-mouthed company out there that don't have a Monday morning TV and they don't have a coach that chews on you and tries to, but as long as you're in A.L. Williams, I expect you to win. You might not be winning right now,
But I'm going to keep loving on you. I'm going to keep challenging your dadgum manhood because I want you to win, right? If you want to go to another company that don't want you to win, then you just go do what you got to do. You got to pull your own little red wagon, right?